Hello everyone, how you all doing? I'm PS, as you should know, since you're probably in my channel. This is another video about the road to Evoke, Demoparty in Germany. Don't know what it is, there should be a link down in the description. So I've been doing this series of videos documenting what I'm preparing for Evoke. Apparently I'm gonna help commentate some stuff on Friday, maybe also on Saturday during the party itself. The compos or some activities related to compos, stuff on the live stream. I helped them commentate some stuff last year and it was fun, so I don't mind doing it again this year. So it's gonna be fun yet again. What else is new? I've been messing around with more style transfer stuff. I managed to get one repository working. I did a few tests, did some optimizations, but it wasn't still like the training of the model was taking something like 5 to 6 hours, and the results weren't really the quality that I was expecting, because the site I've been using online, Deep Dream Generator, has better quality than the repo I was using. So I did a little more research, found some papers on the whole state of the art, found a few more repositories, and I have a couple more to try out. But I haven't bothered yet. I have to, boot to Ubuntu and try them and, actually bother doing the stuff, not just think about it. So yeah, that's the status on that. Meanwhile, the idea for the WoW demo is a bit stopped. I don't know. I have a test of the soundtrack. I have some images. I would need like some morphing effect or shader overlay effect to make it maybe work. But I think I could, if I was like motivated to do that demo, I could like do it in one whole afternoon or something like that, or maybe 1-2 days. So I'm letting it simmer, and see if maybe I can figure out something better to do with it, or it might not be worth the bother. So I don't know. Anyways, meanwhile, at my company, Artica, where I work 1 day a week, and I've been working with them for over 3, maybe 4 years now. I was with them doing contract job, then I was there full time, and now I've reduced to just 1 day a week. So because anyways, doesn't matter. The company on Artica, we are trying to do a project for the summer festival. It's like a city festival, not like a music festival. We have a piece planned to be on display to the public, and we've been thinking about what we can do with it. I'm not gonna spoil the piece. You will probably see it at a video later on when we actually show it. It's in the beginning of August, so it's before any of this demo party madness, which is good and it's bad at the same time. It's good because it doesn't collide on the weekend dates of Inertia or Evoke, and it's bad, well, it's on the same weekend as Assembly, obviously, and I have some other stuff for Creative Residency as well on that same weekend. Anyways, I'm getting off track again. The project that we are doing for that thing, it's called Festival Aura, by the way. It's in Sintra. If you're in Portugal, might want to check it out. It's like festival dedicated to light, and we did an interesting piece there last year, and this year we are doing something again. And anyways, I'm not gonna spoil the piece, but the technology that we've been thinking for it gave me some really cool ideas for other works that I could easily do on my own, probably for an interactive compo in the demo scene. And I'm about to tell you what these ideas are, and you may leave some comments if you think they are interesting, or if you want to work with me to execute one of them. Well, maybe that's also a possibility on the table if you're a demo scener and wanting to attend Evoke. So the idea was this: we were trying to do a forest, 3D forest, and we had the assets in Unity. The forest looked quite cool, and anything you add to the forest would be kind of bad or out of place. So what we were trying to do was to put the responsibility of the forest looking nice and peaceful as it's supposed to be on the participating users. And by that we could use my open source tool, Assisted Performer, which I used at Evoke last year to do a little wild entry as well. And we would have like multiple parameters, which would by default screw up completely the look of the forest. It would be like complete garbage, displacement of vertexes, zooms, changing colors, maybe putting filters on top of it, making a whole mess out of it. Not just the visuals, also the audio. I was thinking maybe doing like some field recordings of an actual forest, peaceful forest, and then putting a lot of pathways on top of it to distort the hell out of the sound, and then associating some of those parameters and giving them to the users. So what users have is a cell phone which they can connect to the network, and they are, whenever they connect to this page on the network, they are giving one and only one parameter out of the total possible, I don't know, hundreds or something, or 100 parameters possible. Each person is giving one, and their job is to press the button. They just touch the button, and while they are touching the button, the parameter that they are controlling will tend to the stable value that makes all the image look nice and all the sound look pure. So what you're doing here is a collaborative noise piece, because the end result will be noise, and I will try to fine-tune it a little bit so it's like, actually I was thinking not making it too aggressive, but being aggressive might also be part of the thing, but it might also chase people away. But in the sense of Evoke, people will have to see it. On the other hand, I had problems at quite many years ago at Evoke, where I did some noise music releases, and some people got really pissed at me because I forced noise on their ears. So I don't know, I have history on Evoke with noise, so I should probably be careful with this. Anyways, my concept was you make this mangled mesh, or mess, whatever you want to call it. It can be soothing or interesting on itself, but each person has a control that can turn it back into something completely peaceful. And of course, some people will not press the button. You know, that might happen, and that might be the interesting aspect. Do you want to contribute to clearing the forest or turning the forest into a peaceful thing, or will you let it transform into chaos because you'd rather observe the chaos? So this is the rough idea. It can be fine-tuned, it can be applied not just to the peaceful forest that I have. I got the assets from the 3D guy at Arctic, and he says, yeah, you can do a demo with the stuff. I mean, mostly he used assets from the Unity store anyways, but the whole forest is composed and it looks nice, and it was his work, so I would have to credit him. But this could be also applied to any kind of effect. Like if you have a very good looking effect, you could fuck it up with different parameters and then give it to people to control. Which is the interesting part of it, is that you reverse what you usually do with these controls, where you can there's something stable and you're screwing with it. This is the reverse. It starts all screwed up, and what you have to do is put it properly. So it might be interesting. And well, there are two ways. You can have either a controller where they say what is the recommended value, and you can either turn it up and down, or you can just press the button, and whenever you're pressing the button, it tends to that correct value. If you release the button, it wanders around either up or down randomly a little bit every, I don't know, 100 milliseconds or something like that. And that's what creates the entropy that distorts the whole thing. Anyway, I think this concept really has potential. I think you can do some interesting stuff with that, and that would be an interesting entry for the interactive compo at Evoke. So, I don't know, what do you guys think? Is this something you would like to see, you would like to interact with? Would you be the one holding the button and telling the guy next to you that he should be holding the button? Or would you be the guy who deliberately opens the application but does not press the button, just so everything is still noisy and completely useless? And yeah, I think I would have to also have some maybe scene poetry on it. Like some, I was thinking words of call to action, but at the same time it could be something completely abstract. And either an ode to the noise and the forest at the same time. That could be interesting. Could make some connections there. So yeah, that's another idea I've been having for the compos at Evoke. But I don't know if I will have time to do all of these things. I'm starting to run out of time. It's already the 14th today. Evoke is on 17th, so I have 1 month. And I also want to do a photo entry, which I need to find a cool photo that I have rights for, and then do some style transformations on it, on several parts of it. Try to make it look awesome. And yeah, this is starting to be a lot of ideas and little time. And considering that I also have the stuff for Festival Lauda, the stuff for the creative residency that I'm organizing, and that we are going to be reviewing entry submissions on the beginning of August. Then we have Inertia, which will be 1 whole week. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to work on anything for Evoke during that week, if I would be focused on Inertia. So, who knows? Anyways, I'm not stressed about it. If I have something, I have something. If I don't have something, I don't have something. I'm just documenting my process, and then you'll see if I have something or not. If you attend the demo party, which you should do. If you're not attending Evoke, why aren't you attending Evoke? Please buy your ticket now and meet me there for a beer or 12 and, you know, some digital art stuff. So yeah, I also heard Zabuton is playing there. I love his music. I met him many years ago in Sweden when I was visiting there once. He's a nice guy. I'm looking forward to hearing his blips and blops, how they have evolved since over 10 years ago. So yeah, it's going to be a fun concert as well. Looking forward to that. So yeah, I think that's all I have to say for this video. I actually wanted to talk about what stuff you should bring to Evoke, but the video is already 12 minutes long, so I guess I'll have to leave it for another video. So yeah, bye bye everyone, take care.